Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Bulls, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's White in at the 1. Now, here's Siakam. Here's Powell. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
No, absolutely not. And in his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
In last season's numbers, show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. No shot.
And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision returned to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office. I think it'd be a mistake to count them out. Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Levine kicks to Porter. There's 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. Levine for 3, drains the three-pointer.
A decent threat from downtown. You got to see Levine nailing this shot more and more.
Lowry from outside. It's good from long range. Lowry's got 5 points so far.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Raptors out in front, up by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, they've got Lowry, Anunoby out there with Ibaka, and it's McCaw in at the 2 spot. Here's Young. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Here's McCall. Satoransky covering. Rejected by Young. Now here's Valentine. Not a lot of room. Good.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the Raptors. There's 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's McCaw. Valentine grabs the board.
He's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Satoransky, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Bulls shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
First free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. Things finally started to click for them in the second quarter as they battled all the way back to tie this game up at the break. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
They were really efficient on offense, shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, they spent a lot of time away from the basket offensively. They need to get in the paint, Ernie. Whether it's running the offense through the low post or on dribble drives, pick and rolls, get into the paint.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And the Bulls with possession. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the three. And that's the group for Jim Boylan as we begin the second half.
Porter is very athletic at 6'8". I mean, he's effective at carving his way through the D with his handles.
Lowry against Levine. Left side Gasol. Over Carter, and Gasol gets it to go.
Capable jump shooter from mid-range. Gasol with the good read takes what the defense allows right there.
24 seconds left in the third quarter. Levine for three. Toronto grabs the miss.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. Outside, White over Lowry. Can't cash in from the high post. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. So the Raptors 5 right now. McCaw is out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Ibaka, and it's Anunoby in at the power forward. Ibaka, the pass to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. There's Hollis Jefferson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway. So a three-point play chance for him.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Us updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jim Boylan was going over with his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Porter takes no time in getting his shot off. When the D is laying off of him, he has no problem pulling right up off the pass.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. So for the Bulls, Carter, he's checked in for Young. And Lauri Markkanen subbed in for Chandler Hutchison. Raptors also changing it up. Siakam is checked in for OG Anunoby. Norman Powell comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Powell in for McCaw. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They trail by 1. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Here's Levine. Oh, off target. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though.
A five-time All-Star. Lowry has come a long way since being drafted 24th overall back in 2006.
And here's Levine. It's Porter outside. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game.